Hello and welcome everybody back to the Brotherly Love Breakdown. Today, me and Bryn and guest Grayson. He's here to talk about his new podcast.
It's the Terrible Tell talk show.
All right, and hope you had a wonderful week. Definitely a good one if you're an NFL fan. As we get into the first topic of today, we've got Brian Daboll fired from the New York Giants after a 2-8 start. Brian Daboll gone. What are your thoughts on it? We'll go around starting with Bryn.
My thoughts are that he did not deserve it. I personally think that the GM is at fault. Can't remember his name at the moment, but really, he's the one that had faith in Jackson Dart, and really, I don't think he deserved to be fired. Yes, he led the Giants to multiple losing seasons, but he did not deserve this.
All right, Grayson.
I don't really follow about coaches as often, so I don't really have anything to say about that topic because I don't follow coaches as much as I do.
All right. Well, we can also talk about, at least me and Bryn, what are some candidates you would like to see be the next head coach for the New York Giants? There's some college guys. I know a lot of college guys got rehired. Kurt Signetti. And who do you think should be the next head coach of the New York Giants?
I think that an underrated pick would be Doug Peterson. I know this is kind of like a meme, but I have a good feeling that he's gonna come back to the NFL. Or there's one more. I think John Gruden, the ex-coach for the Raiders. I think he might step up and coach the Giants. Grayson, you think anything?
No.
No.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe Bill Belichick will come back up to the NFL and coach the Giants.
I've heard some names thrown around. Starting with um, Mike Kafka, who is the interim head coach for them right now. Um, I think he's a strong candidate. Maybe even the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams, defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. Hold on one second, guys. Going to college, Mike Elko just got an extension, so I don't think Mike Elko's going there. Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, I think, could be a very strong. Or bring Steve Spagnuolo back. Any last thoughts on this?
No, I think we covered this on Brian Daboll.
All right, we'll let Grayson talk about his new podcast, what he's talking about, and we'll give him his couple minutes of fame, and we'll talk about the Steelers. He'll bring up anything we talk.
So I just reopened my account today, and I haven't done my first episode yet, but I will be doing it today probably. We're gonna be talking about if Mike Tomlin is still a good enough coach for the Steelers, if the offense is stuck where it's at, or if it's evolving, if the Steelers is yeah, pretty much it actually. I have some other things, but I'll share it for episode 1.
Tune into his podcast and find out more.
Yep. All right. What is one thing you want to talk about today, Steelers related?
Maybe about our quarterback situation.
Okay. What do you think?
I feel like Aaron Rodgers has had a good enough run with the Steelers, and I feel like we should let Will Howard take a chance at starting quarterback and see how he plays for 1 week. And if he has better stats for Aaron Rodgers, add him in to the next game a little bit more, and then slowly start having like a starting position for the rest of the season.
Bryn, you want to start us off right here? Steelers quarterback.
Yeah, Steelers quarterback. So I think Aaron Rodgers is doing a decent job. Um, I love the fact that he's mentoring Will Howard. So in case he retires next season, by next season, I think Will Howard will definitely be the starter. So Aaron Rodgers will have that like teaching moment for Will Howard, and Will Howard will learn from him and hopefully pick up on that. And then next season, Will Howard's gonna be starting quarterback.
So neither of anybody except me are thinking they're going to draft a quarterback.
They're
I
not drafting a quarterback.
maybe. I mean, in the beginning of the year, we thought this quarterback class was like the best, one of the best. It's going to be one of the best. You got Drew Aller, Cade Klubnik, uh, someone that came out of nowhere, Fernando Mendoza, uh, maybe possibly Lenore Sellers, but it sounds like he's going to transfer. Expect Miami to be a strong candidate, but I believe they are going to let Aaron Rodgers go. Maybe check in with Daniel Jones when he becomes a free agent. I don't think Daniel Jones should leave Indianapolis, but I think if they wanted to take a shot at a quarterback in the draft, they could draft maybe like a late round C, like just like with Will Howard. But if Will Howard doesn't do good, I think 2027 would be a good draft class right there for a quarterback. All right, on to the next. Eagles win Monday Night Football and possibly one of the most defensive games of the year. Eagles win 10-7. What a game! I mean, I wouldn't call it a bad game or a terrible game. It's literally it was just a defensive game, and that's what you would want to see for a team that went all in on defense for the trade deadline. I'm not confident with this Packers team right now. I don't think they're good. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders anymore. I feel like their two losses before us were the Browns and the Panthers. I think that it was kind of like whatever defense was going to blow up first that's when they would lose. There were a couple big plays. I know two fumbles that were recovered by the Eagles. One on a when Moro Ojomo read the play on fourth down for the Packers late in the game. He knew it was going to be an inside zone run. Called it, knew it. They stopped it, and Reed Blankenship forced a fumble. And no, actually, Jalen Phillips forced a fumble, and Reed Blankenship recovered. On the topic of Jalen Phillips, what a guy! What a guy! I mean, what a guy! You saw that day. He had a day. One fumble recovery, two quarterback hits, and four solo tackles, and a forced fumble. And one tackle for loss. I mean, that's what you want to hear. That's what not want to hear. That's what you want to see from a guy that you gave up a third-round pick for at the deadline. I think he'll have a night. What are your thoughts, Bryn?
I really like this ad, especially new guy on the team, Jalen Phillips. Super excited to be in Philadelphia. Got a change from Miami, being on a losing team. Yes, they just upset the Bills last week, but nothing is better than playing for a 7-2 team like Philadelphia. And yeah, they're balling out right now. I think he's glad. And like he said, it's the best thing that ever happened to him. It's showing on the field, and we're really balling out because of him. And he's going to be a big part in this defense going forward.
Speaking of defense, how about we talk about one of probably the most shocking, other than Zadarius Smith. Jair Alexander shockingly chose to retire. Well, not retire. He stepped away from football for now. Definitely not what I was expecting. Definitely was excited to see him play, especially since Christian Parker, the DB coach, was his DB coach in Green Bay. Not what you want to see. Hopefully he'll come back. I mean, I think if he comes back, he'll be an Eagle, but hopefully he'll come back. What do you think about Jair Alexander?
I'm just a little disappointed. High expectations going forward. Just like you said, hopefully he finds the love for the game again and comes back to the NFL, hopefully on the Eagles sideline.
Okay, we'll talk about tomorrow night. We've got a big game. Lions, Eagles, Sunday Night Football.
Monsters Inc. game.
That's the Monsters Inc.
Yeah, it
game.
is the
That's
Monsters
the
Inc. game.
Monsters Inc. game. Who do the Steelers play tomorrow, Grayson?
They play the Bengals, I believe.
What do you think about? What do you think? What is your prediction for that game?
I don't know, because we haven't been playing too good these past couple of weeks. We beat the Colts, but then we lost to the Chargers, and that was. But I think we can. I think we can win because I feel like we can just yeah. I just feel like we'll be able to pull through this time and win again.
What again? Didn't you lose on Monday Night Football last week?
I'm
Wait, no, you didn't, because we played Monday Night Football. Didn't you lose Sunday Night Football last week?
saying maybe we'll get our rhythm going again and we'll start winning some more football games.
All right. Talk about the Eagles Lions game. Big factor of that game will be trying to stop the run with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Defense will be a big play. I don't think the Lions are the team they were last year, especially with the injuries they have. Sam Laporta, Kirby Joseph, and Terrion Arnold are all not playing tomorrow night. Eagles, Cam Jurgens said he may play tomorrow. Not 100%. Jacorian Bennett got activated off the injured list, so he'll be back for tomorrow night. It's definitely going to be a doozy. I think Philly could win that, and Philly will win that because A.J. Brown just. We'll get into that later. We'll get into A.J. Brown later. I think Jalen Hurts will be. They don't have that many corners. They got Kendall Vildor. Maybe not. Maybe Rocky Sin is who I was thinking of. Rocky Sin and Avonte Maddox, former Eagle, will be guarding Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Saquon Barkley needs to have a good game, have a couple home run balls. Wait, no, home run runs. What do you think about the game tomorrow, Ben?
I think it's gonna be a close one. Some key injuries, like you just said, on the Lions defense and superstar tight end Sam Laporta. I think it's gonna be a good game, and that Sunday night, it's a Sunday night game for a reason. I think the fan base is gonna have to play a big part of it. Are they playing in Philadelphia or Detroit?
Philadelphia.
They're playing
And
in
this is
Philadelphia.
Jared Goff's first time playing in Philadelphia.
Yeah, the fan base is gonna have to step on up, give the teams more energy. Hopefully, it gives more energy to the Eagles, and it's just gonna come down to like it did last week, how the Eagles defense is gonna step up just like they did last week and ball out. Christian, any comments you have?
Yeah. I think the Eagles can pull off this win this week because Detroit has some major injuries, and I think the Eagles, if, like he said, Saquon Barkley plays good, I feel like the Eagles can pull off the win.
Any last comments on that topic?
No, I think we covered everything. And go Birds.
All right, one last thing we'll talk about is A.J. Brown. I mean, what is going on? I mean, the dude was a superstar last year, superstar the year before, superstar the year before, and this year he looks like an average receiver. He had like 2 good games. He's not playing as good as he has. He um he has been just posting cryptid stuff all year. He went on Janky Rondo's stream and talked about how he didn't want to. He was like, said, if you got me on fantasy, trade me. He said all this cryptic stuff, just not sounding good. Bryn, what do you think?
I think that it's Kevin Patullo's fault. I think that from last year, A.J. Brown, the whole offense kind of rotated around him and Saquon Barkley. really mostly Saquon Barkley because we had a strong run game. He had a little bit of a weaker season last season. Well, that was expected. But this season, our run game hasn't been as good. So we would expect that we pass the ball more. I think the fact that he's not flowing with the offense this year, I think it's Kevin Patullo's scheme that's not working. And it looks like Jalen Hurts is trying to force that ball to A.J. Brown. I saw one play in the Green Bay Packers game. A.J. Brown, no one was within 5 yards of him, and Jalen Hurts just took off and scrambled. I don't know what's that all about, but I just feel like it's being forced and not flowing well with A.J. Brown in that huddle.
Do you think it could be Jalen Hurts' fault too?
A little bit, yeah. Jalen Hurts had a clean pocket. A.J. Brown was running a dig in the middle against the Packers. No one within him. He could have threw that. Pocket was clean. He rolled outside. Got, 8 yards? He could have got way more yards if he passed it to A.J. Brown there. And I don't know, that chemistry just seeming to fade, and the drama in the locker room and stuff. I don't know what's going on with them.
I'd just like to add that Nick Sirianni said in a press conference that the touchdown to Devontae Smith was supposed to go to A.J. Brown, but the Packers got on it. I mean, it could be the matchups that A.J. Brown has had to face, but I mean, the Packers don't have superstar corners. They don't have superstar corners. They have Carrington, Valentine. They have underrated corners. They don't have superstar corners like we do. Hopefully it clears up. I mean, that's what happened last year. It kind of cleared up, and they had a good season and went on to win the Super Bowl. I just think this game against Detroit's going to have to be a big game for A.J. Brown. We saw it against Minnesota. Hurts got the ball, threw the ball deep. Definitely like what you were saying, Kevin Patullo's scheme, especially with the run game, because look at the run game. Look at our offense last year with Kellen Moore. I mean, it just looked awesome, and it just like faded. I don't know how longer Kevin Patullo is going to be here. I think it's kind of cutting down. I think it's definitely got to be a big game and a big win for them tomorrow night and get A.J. Brown the ball, period. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I think about the A.J. Brown, I mean, it's partially, I think it's Jalen Hurts' fault because he has been, like, forcing passes or just not passing at all. And I've seen a clip of him, A.J. Brown, even walking routes because he's not getting the ball. That's all.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to our episode today. It's definitely not a lot to talk about. I mean, not a lot happened, especially since college football is not done today. But Tennessee and Penn State play later, so good luck to both teams. Penn State's probably gonna win. Tennessee's probably gonna lose.
Yeah, New Mexico State, by the way.
All right. Go subscribe to Grayson's page. Terrible Towel Talk Show.
Terrible Towel Talk Show. Yeah.
We'll probably be uploading later. And this is goodbye from Matthew.
Bryn,
And Grayson.
Have a good week, and God bless you all.
enjoy the rest of your day.
Go Birds. Tomorrow night, big win.